What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm gonna go turn down a TV in a moment. Just a minute. Okay. What's up? It's XP. Yeah, the Goro statement is pretty much set to where if anyone mentions breakfast, yeah. Goro will respond like, "Did somebody say pancakes?" Which is perfect timing. So, man. I mean, I can always change that if I want to, but I'm gonna leave it just for laughs, you know. Um, so today's lineup is Silent Hill 2. And then tomorrow there's no stream, but Silent Hill 2 is a very I don't think I've ever talked about the history of there's an opportunity for me to chat about just a little bit of the history of Silent Hill games for me and my thoughts on the franchise. I'll have the music down completely. So, unlike Resident Evil, because I know Resident Evil, I mean, both games, you do have weapons. You do take out the monsters. You do take out the enemy, the creatures, all that jazz. Resident Evil with zombies, infected people, and mutations, experimentations, all that kind of stuff. But mutations due to viruses and stuff like that. In Silent Hill, it's just creatures beyond the realm of what is normally seen within a foggy place called Silent Hill and so forth. Although Silent Hill 3 sort of takes place like outside of Silent Hill, and then you are led into back. You're led into Silent Hill eventually because of the connection with the lead character. Anyway, long story short, so I know I've said I've played Silent Hill 3, Silent Hill 2. I've played one called Homecoming, I believe that's what it's called, Homecoming. And then I played the much later Silent Hill, which involved you as a guy who was a prisoner until the bus crashes, and then you end up traveling into Silent Hill. So I've played those games. I don't think I beat Homecoming. I would say if mostly not like mildly or moderately disturbing material, mostly, the point of Silent Hill in most of its games is like it's obviously psychological horror in that yeah, it does involve the main characters in some way. Um, Silent Hill 3 was the first one I played, and that involved a main character named Claire, whose connection goes back to the very first Silent Hill game, which her father was the protagonist in Silent Hill 1. She was a little girl around that time, but she the mystery of that scenario is because of it's the nature around her birth and how she came to be, and it was because of certain someone in the history and the storyline of Silent Hill that produced through a deal with and it was a deal, if I recall, I think, was it a deal with a demon? I think it was the deal, actually a deal, if I remember the lore, actually a deal with the devil or with a demon or something. I think it was the devil. And because I remember it involved in the Silent Hill 1, the final boss was like a demon thing or something, if I recall. And because of what happened to the girl in the backstory of Silent Hill named Alyssa. And Claire and Alyssa are twins in a way, but it's like they're just that they're connected, of course. But Alyssa's tied to Silent Hill because of what happened to her, and then she becomes something because of this deal and because of this thing, and the vengeance of Silent Hill takes place, and you got all this fog. It's a long story. I can always touch bases on it later, but yeah. In the first game, I played it, but I looked into it. You play as a guy named Henry or Harry Mason. It is Henry Mason or Harry Mason, I think. And it's that guy that ends up venturing into Silent Hill, and because of a car crash, his daughter's in the car with him, crashed. There was like someone in the middle of the road. I think it was a nurse. I think it was one of those nurses or something, or some person. But they crashed, and they end up in Silent Hill with his daughter missing, and that's where the journey begins for him. And then you got Silent Hill 2, where James Sunderland right here is a different character, different storyline, but all taking place in Silent Hill. Silent Hill 3 being a continuation of Silent Hill 1, and so forth. And you got like other characters, their stories taking place in the other installments. I never played Silent Hill 4 The Room. I heard that one was kind of meh, kind of mid. And I don't know if a lot of people like that one. And I think Homecoming was one that not a lot of people liked either, as much. It's been a while since I've heard anything about those games, so I think those games are like actually really good. I mean, not all of them are really good. I mean, if I were to describe Silent Hill 2, I think it's like very, I don't know. Um, I don't think it's this. Well, I'm talking about the original. I mean, I'm already experiencing the remake right now, but I talk about the original. The mildly disturbing aspect of it is its environment, its surrounding atmosphere, especially when it changes. That's where the disturbing aspect comes in the most. The way the creatures are can be moderately disturbing. Um, yeah, the way the environment looks at times can be a bit disturbing. Um, but the storyline itself, I mean, it's kind of, I think, well, I don't know if I would say if the storyline Silent Hill 2 disturbing, or how would I describe the storyline? It's in a few words, or like in terms. I think it's just there is some disturbance when it comes to understanding and knowing, or kind of understanding what's going on with the characters themselves. Not so much just James Sunderland, but even like some of the other characters that I've ran into. Um, um, that's where some of the disturbance can come into play. And then there's um, well, I'm just talking about the storyline. And then there's like, I don't know, like maybe the term horrific might be a good way to put it, or just horrid, or just awful. Just trying to find the words to say it. But it's like, yeah, actually, awful might be a good way to say it. Because it's awfully sad and disturbing and crazy or insane when it comes to understanding the meaning behind, like, from the monsters themselves to, like, what Silent Hill is to James Sunderland, and its functions with James Sunderland's psyche and mind. I mean, I don't know if it's too deeply disturbing. I don't know if I would say it's too deeply, but I think it just depends on which characters we're talking about. Because trust me, there are a couple characters I've already ran into, and there are things about them that I have learned in the previous game that will be shown here. It won't show like graphically, oh, like here's what happened to each and every one of those characters, but there will be revelations of things. But it's not like it's like, oh, they explicitly outright say it, but it's like it's either implied or it's kind of communicated in some way. But that depends on which characters. So I wouldn't jump the gun and think like this is all completely disturbing. And my thought and opinion and argument when it comes to psychological horror is I don't find psychological horror too disturbing. Very disturbing, I don't. Although I find it awful when it comes to the characters involved, if it's something where it's like a kind of a bad, like if it's a bad end kind of scenario. You know what I mean? Like, um, it's more so like, um, and sometimes we can handle bad ending type scenarios, but I think it just depends on how it's carried out. But I think like, for a game like this, I would argue and say like, psychological horror can have its disturbing aspects. Indeed. It can, obviously. I think it just depends on how it gets carried out, and then also like there's a point of understanding and contention with the character involved where the psychological horror takes place. So like we're looking and observing the mind of James Sunderland as we play, and it's like we know that this is a location, Silent Hill. We know that this is a place. But looking at the monsters, looking at, especially when I saw Maria, looking at, with what's happening, the environment, and the places we're going, and the way things are being communicated, messages, memos, the way things are being, like, exchanged is like, it's almost like we might be reading into some of his mind. I don't know if we're reading into all of it, but much of it in some way. Maybe not all those statements are what he's thinking, but like there could be some aspects. But I don't find that too scary or horrid or disturbing as much unless it's like it's to a point where it's like, okay, this is egregious. I can't take this anymore. Like, especially if it's a terrible case. And when I say terrible case, I'm talking about ones where it's like cases where it's you understand what happened to the person in the past, which is, and depending on what happened, you know, it depends on what happened, you know, because some cases are more awful than others, but there are still bad things like, you know, someone losing a loved one to a car accident is still awful, still bad, and they have to deal with all that grief. I understand. Or like in his case, losing his wife to terminal illness, obviously that did hit him so hard, you know, so you can understand what he's going through. And even he's wondering, like, I'm in here trying, like, he's like, there was one of the trailers that mentioned they said like, yeah, he's on this journey, he's trying to find like, he's like, why is he here trying to look for his dead wife? She's dead. What is he doing here? Right? And the question could be closure. Maybe there's still some part of his mind that won't let go. That could be it. Maybe there's something that Mary left behind in Silent Hill that maybe she wants him to take with him. Or maybe something else. I don't know. Or maybe there's a truth to what's happened with his wife that maybe he is trying to avoid or trying to block, and he doesn't want to know, but he's about to find out. I don't know. You know, I don't want to put too many of these thoughts out there, but I know it's been years since I played the original, so I kind of seen there's like multiple endings. There is, I know I've heard people argue or not, which is like the canon ending. I think there's like one or two of them. Like there's one that I think is kind of like a canon ending, but yeah, it comes down to like just having him go through this whole scenario himself. But he's just trying to find out. It's like my wife, who is sent me a message, a letter. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to think? Yeah. And who knows? What if he never really got a letter and that's just him up here, imagining, deluding himself, thinking he got a letter. So there's just so much. I like mysteries, and I like psychological horror. I do at times. It just depends on like not only how it's done, but what it is. You know, there's some psychological horror where it's just like, okay, I need to back away from that. Like, could you get that? I'm gonna get that away from me. But there's most or some that are really good that I really like and I enjoy because they do a really good job with it. But they do it where it might be smiley disturbing, but not too much. I mean, there are horror movies out there. Some where they do way too, or it's just like it, like, you know, what is it? The term is hard to watch types. Don't even go there. There are plenty of ones that are hard to watch for people, and I understand. I've seen like a few that were hard to watch. One I did manage to endure. There was one where I just said, nope, I'm not watching it ever. And, you know, because I've already heard reviews and I already found out, like, okay, yeah, they didn't spoil too much, but I kind of had an idea. It's like, yeah, no. You know your limits. You know your limits, you know. There's only so much you could take. So it's not like, you know, it's not like everyone is like, oh, I'm against horror. Like, someone can be against horror or someone can be, like, against certain types of horror, you know. Yeah. Okay. So I'm having some issues trying to get this PlayStation control to work. I think it's probably some attachments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a BRB screen and then be right back as I try to troubleshoot and see if I can get the controller working and everything. All right, so I'll be right back. All right. I am here. Whoopee! Yes, that's right. I am here. Okay. Okay. Just want to check a little something. Strange. It said I can control it. It's not. Okay. Some with an audio bit, but it's alright. Okay. So we about ready to go out and explore more of this. Let me see. Downloads Morgana voice line. Is that even in there? I must have moved it. Oh, there you are.
Let's get out there and explore.
Yeah, that's not like it. So, that's what we're about to do, is get out there and explore. Hey, kitty. There's a cat over saying hello. All right. So from where I left off, I was trying to find Laura, which is, I believe that's the name of the little girl, Laura. I'm sure she's probably aware of the creatures around, I hope. I mean, everyone else is obviously aware. So, in some ways she's aware. But she just seems don't care, just seems to running around like it's nothing. Who knows? But I don't think the creatures don't seem like they're going to attack her. So, which is a very intriguing observation. If they're not attacking her, then obviously it's mostly got to do with the main character. But, yeah, she's an interesting little girl. So I gotta go and find her. I know that's blocked. I know that's blocked now. Kinda don't know how like this looks almost like a, by the way, it's looking almost like a person with like a head and the shoulders and stuff, and perceived to be the chest, so to speak. But I noticed one particular observation I can make about most of these creatures, that they're all, the vast majority of them are female looking, feminine looking, you know. That's where I say it kind of ties back to the MC, because of maybe some thoughts and feelings he has about his wife. So I kind of like how the way the map is, it's like it appears like a stain on the maps where you're going, because it's like, yeah, it's like because you're on the other side of Silent Hill, so it's like it's a major stain, it's a smudge. It's pretty much dirty and stuff. It could have even more greater implications with the main character. Oh, what the heck was that? Huh. Oh, I have this dual sense controller. I think my brother got in. Well, I'm feeling the vibration, feeling the sounds in my controller. Dude, it's raining, and my controller is feeling the raindrops right now. Woo, this controller is epic right now. It's being epic right now. I'm drawing my gun out. I don't care. Okay, nurse. Whoa, I didn't see you there. I didn't really see she was right there. I might have scrolled right by her without paying attention. She was probably right there and I didn't really notice. But it's okay. You used my shot, you piece of... Hearing that screeching. Oof. Oh, there you are. I see you. You're gonna try to lunge at me. I feel like Silent Hill is ultimately taunting him. Yeah, these sounds, bro. Like... That is where Heaven's Night was. Yeah, the big thing with Silent Hill is just the atmospheric environment and the music. The music, especially amplified, bro. That screeching is getting on my... It could be nerve-wracking. You trying to go somewhere and you hear those noises, you're like... You're like you want to run. Just hearing these noises, you're just like, ugh. It make you think boss fight approaching? No, disturbing boss fight approaching. Get the hell out of here. I ain't gonna stick around to see what happens. So I'm over here. And you could tell it was still alive because the knife was still in the hand. I went through it, even after I shot him. A lot of nurses wandering around. Dude, I'm getting the radio on my controller, man. This controller is really something. So this is where I'm at. Okay. How dare you bite me, man. Plus, even the way she's laying there, it's kind of, I don't know if maybe the term I'm thinking is somewhat provocative. Yeah, it's like, I remember reading somewhere, I remember I was, what was it, like, some people when they were talking about this game, thoughts and theories, analyses, and stuff like that, they were saying, like, how, like, in a way, the creatures, most of them, especially the nurses, kind of emphasize, like, a kind of a sexual implication that the main character has about his wife in a way or something. I mean, it sounds like they never even had an opportunity to have a child or have any children at all because of what happened. So and it's funny because like most of the creatures are wearing like high heels and stuff like that. Yeah, before I head over there, the shot was bad. There we go. It's alright, I'm getting better. so dark, bro. Oh, it's a crawler. You know, it's a different experience compared to Resident Evil. Like, even when I was playing, like, the Resident Evil 4 remake and everything. I mean, you're dealing with zombies, slow-moving. They move a little fast, but they're not running fast, you know. They're not like the zombies in, like, movies, like 28 Days Later and all that other stuff. I know they're now doing a 28 Years Later film that's coming out, I think, like sometime next year or something like that. It said June 2025. Somewhere in June, yeah, to do another 28 something. So, it's 28 years later, that's what they're doing. I was like, what the heck was that sound? And it was like, damn. Came from over there. Sheesh Louise, man. Okay, so that does lead over there. Okay. That's why the light is over here. Let me know. Oh, yeah, you go this way. How the doors are all grated, like, and everything. You never know. I don't know it well. You may not know, man. It could be like, someone will check the other side. Oh, there's an item there. Okay. So that's where I'm at right there. Try to deal with that crawler. Like, where are you going, man? Come on. You know, I had a thought. Maybe like the way that creature was. I mean, what if could have had the implication like maybe not like she was. I mean, I don't think she was. Yeah, because she was turning in. I don't think. Yeah, because they didn't have children, so there ain't no way she was pregnant. But I don't know. I feel like the implication when it spews, well, it's spewing it out their mouth like vomit, like bile. So I'm thinking like, what if it's like an implication like of him kind of just imagining like if they, yeah, like if they would have had kids in a way. If she wasn't in the state that she was, and they would have had a life, a family together, everything. You know what I mean? Like, there's just some small things that just kind of give implications to other. Kind of had an idea there would be something there, so I was like. I didn't know if it was the crawlies. Oh, no, you don't. The way she laughed, this creature laughed, man. I just feel like it's taunt. Like this is just all just to taunt him, you know. But it's doing it on purpose because it's like what he's mentally going through. Good distance, good distance. Yeah, like you see, like you find like an item on the other side. Yeah, it's insane how like, you know, especially in Silent Hills, like the road can be like just a big giant hole there, and it's like what in the world is that doing here, man? So we're going down this way. Yeah, that's where we came out of. Did I get that one bullets over here? Yes, I did. Okay, good. Just making sure I got everything before I proceed. There's also another reason why you won't find me visiting abandoned areas. Visiting an abandoned place is like, ugh. It can be very unsettling, even a little scary, because it's just like, it was once full of life, but now it's like everything is tattered, everything's like destroyed, and it's like disrepair. It's like, it's just been left untended to, and it's like there could be a history with that, but it's like this time the top here is blocked. Okay.
Laura, stop! It's dangerous!
Yeah, she ain't gonna listen. Oh boy. Creatures is in here. I backed up. I was like, what the heck? Wherever that was, he was either above me or it was below me. Because it didn't see anything. That was crazy. Well, I definitely don't think that was Val Teal. And Val Teal is a sort of a guardian creature. Doesn't harm you. In Val Teal appears mostly in Silent Hill 3. There's some kind of guardian of such gatekeeper or something, and they're pretty tall in a way, and they tend to operate behind the nightmarish environment. Like, you'll tend to see them, they're turning wheels or doing this, but they don't seem to want to harm you or anything, but they just seem to be like there to watch to see if you're heading the right direction or so and whatnot. And then they in Silent Hill 3, if you end up, let's say you die somewhere, it'll take you probably to where you're supposed to go just with your body. But yeah, it's a strange creature. I was thinking, well, if there was something like that. I wonder if it. I thought it was like. I wonder if it was Val Teal because they're usually under the grates or behind grates and stuff. So, yeah, when I heard them sounds, I was like, "What the heck was that?" He who is not bold. Oh, peace, Bolrama. He who is not bold enough to be stared at from across the abyss is not bold enough to stare into it himself. The truth can only be learned by marching forward, which is ironically what we're doing in this game. Follow the map. There's a letter and a wrench. Yeah. That was crazy. But yeah. If it was Val Teal, I would have been like, what? What is he doing in here? But what it is, hit, I don't know whether he, she, or I just say he, but whatever it is, Val Teal, some kind of creature. But I was like, I hope that wasn't it, but no, he's not in. Then Val Teal's not in this game. If they were, I would definitely see them. Yeah, I think it's pronounced Val Teal or Val Teal. They got some stuff? Nice. I remember the first time I encountered Val Teal in Silent Hill 3, man. I was like, what is this giant creature spinning this wheel? What the heck? But never really wanted to attack me. It just was operating behind the scenes, controlling gates and all that stuff, turning mechanizations in the world. But it's mostly operating in the nightmarish world. So, yeah. Oh, come here. Don't you want to give me a hug? There you go. So, letter and wrench. So, we're going over there. Okay. There she is. You guys. I wasn't even scared. I was just like annoyed at this point with these guys. I'm like, I'm not even scared of these guys. I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired of you guys. I need to knock you butts off, man. Sheesh. Oh, he's coming around, hiding around there. Sheesh. I just want me some goods, man. You want to come in here and mess with me while I'm trying to do that, man? Get out of here. Before I go in there, let me just take a look around out here. Oh, you got some breakfast. Oh, thank you, Dad. Breakfast thing, nice. Nice dodge. There we go. What are we talking about? There we go. Getting good at them dodging, man. End of the road here, man. Sheesh. I think there's something over here. So all I'm gonna do is go back and save. Yeah, literally the definition of did somebody say pancakes? Got me. So yeah, got me some bacon, eggs, and like breads. The what do you call it's I don't know if it's cinnamon sticks or something, or bread stick. It's the thing where it's not pancake. It's like these long. It's like sticks in a way, but like you can dip them in like syrup and eat them. Yeah, because there's this big area here, and then you got this area over here, though. But that's why I'm saving before I go in either one, because I don't know which way to go. Let me see. Let's see. That one goes in there. That one goes that way. Yeah, I'll load up if I'm not able to go back. So let's see. So I'm going to go in the very dark place first. BRB. Bathroom break. Okay. Deck, please. Okay, good. Yeah, I might load up in case if I'm not able to. Because it looks like I can't go back right now, so let me just keep going forward and see. If it's just leaving the other side, then I'll load it up. Trying to aim it. Okay. Squish that one right nearby. No, you don't. It stinks. I need to get to this thing. Okay. 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 Oh boy. Okay, so I think I made the right decision going to that other building because you wouldn't be able to go in there anyway. Whoa. Hey, you stuck? Let me help you out. Get the heck away from me. All right, so basically, yeah. I actually made the right decision. Because I wouldn't have been able to access that other. I don't even think I would have been able to get to the wall of the other building from this side. But either way, I'm glad I still managed to make it here. So yeah, there's a letter and a wrench I gotta get to, I guess. So good. Plenty of handgun bullets now. I could go back and save just to be on the safe side, or I could continue. Either way, it's fine. Let me to be on the safe side. Let's go back and save. Oh boy. We just keep going and going and going and going. And we'll keep going and going and going. And we'll keep going and going and going. BRB, all right. Them sounds. If you really want to see Mary, you should just die. Oh, wow. You should just die. But you might be heading to a different place than Mary. James. Mary, James. Speaking to him. Oh, it's like you could be head. She could be head. You could be heading to hell. That is saying like he's guilty of something. Oh my gosh. So, but I noticed capital letters like RLA. I don't think it means much with the letters, but that's crazy. Oh, yeah, if I had the light off, of course. Now, earlier we were going through those places. That, like, sheesh. Ain't gonna miss you with that sound. But yeah, speaking of him. So it's like saying that when she passed, it's like she could be going to, you know, like the way it's implicating, like, oh, she probably went to heaven. She probably went to a good place, but you're going to go to hell or so, or something like that. Which kind of implicates that there's something, like, he's not going to be with her if he passes, kind of thing. So it kind of gives emphasis of guilt. And I think it's like, I've seen and I've learned about the multiple various endings, and so in the previous, so I kind of have an implication of which ending this is speaking to in a way, because of, let's just say, one of the, like, as you progress, you kind of learn something about what James has been doing and what James has done with his wife in terminally ill at the hospital, or wife in bed, terminally ill. Like, it's just the way that this story is going. Like, I'm just remembering so many endings, and it's like, Let me go back and say it one more time. Just read that. I just wanted to read that again. Yeah. Very disturbing. And just how it ties to the sound and the boom box here, like the all the music box here. Oh my gosh. Your music machine. Why are you making those sounds? Ugh. Very creepy. But it kind of, you know, speaks to the disturbing aspect of this whole thing. It's like that message kind of already permits some kind of guilt regarding James, which seeing the other endings and stuff in the original, I think it kind of just already implicates one of them. The guilt and everything, it's definitely familiar. Now we're here. Okay. Looks like you're wearing a shirt. Or some kind of tattered something they're wearing over their upper half. Interesting. I have fed with the light flickers here. Show me what you got. Shot him right in the butt. phone ringing. Okay. Oh, man. Here's the phone.
Hello? Anyone there?
Or perhaps you are a fool. The truth usually betrays people. You should know. The key is in the park, at the feet of the praying woman. The wrench will open the gate. The key will let loose the abyss. The park. Ah, the praying woman. The wrench will open the gate. The key will let loose the abyss. Here's the wrench. Okay. That's the one thing with a lot of survival horrors. Puzzles, puzzles, puzzles. I do find it satisfying when I solve them, of course. Though sometimes mildly frustrating. Just to try to get through a single area. It's like you got these puzzles you got to go through. Yeah. So we got to go to Rosewater Park. We got a All Stars Pizza. Huh? Oh yeah, let me hold on. I almost forgot to update my stream elements regarding a certain bot post. Yeah, I have to remember to always do this when I do this stream specifically. They're here. So number 10. A lot of these are number photos with numbers. Some odd statements here and there, everything. Huh. You're playing handgun bullets. But like the hard difficulties where it's going to be bullets and then health can be, items can be scarce perhaps. I don't know, moves like that, man, because of the fabrics movement. The door. Oh, my bad. The door that wakes in darkness, opening into nightmares. Oh boy. Yeah, even with these large tapestries and everything around, just makes it makes it really disturbing. Creepy looking, man. Here's someone make a huff sound. My right ear. This tunnel. There goes the use of the wrench. Oh boy. It's like it's all like a large tunnel. Huh. Man. Whoa. So that's what that was. The heck was that thing? I don't even know if I'm able to deal with this thing. I'm gonna have to run past it. So that's what that thing was. I was wondering if it was something above or below. Sheesh. Might have to run past it if I need to. It's taking a lot of shots. Sheesh Louise, bro. I wasn't gonna waste my shotgun. I already have one bullet left, so I need to get more shotgun bullets. Seemed like I might have gotten it, but it still stayed, so it wasn't enough. So I'll just... So I'm not gonna use my shotgun for a while. I'm gonna save it. The shape of that creature reminds me of another creature in Silent Hill 3 called the Closure, or the Closer. That's what you call it. It was tall. It had those big, bulging hands, arms the way it did. Very tall, on high heels, and it was like it would shoot things out of its hands, and it would like try to smack you. The disturbing sounds it made. Oof. Yeah, Claire had to deal with that one in Silent Hill 3. The Closure. Well, I don't know what those ones, if they're the same name or a different name. Okay, so right now I don't see any enemies in this area. I'm gonna have my handgun and stuff out just in case. Patrick Chester, son of Edward, he fought and died for the people, for liberty, and for all of our tomorrows. His memory lives on. With a horse. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that statue. Oh, that's locked. Okay. Yeah, those things got me. I was like, oh my god. I was like, I'm wondering where they were at. They weren't right straight in front of me. But I didn't realize that they were actually right below me. But I kind of had an idea. It's like they were either above or below, and they were below. The way they shoot that tentacle out the mouth, dude. Or what is perceived to be the mouth. So that opens. Let me check around here before I see if there's any more ammo stuff around or anything. Oh, see, there's some stuff here. Welcome to Silent Hill, quiet little lakeside resort town. We're happy to have you. There's no better place than you to let go of your busy schedule. Oh yeah, this thing. Rows of quaint rustic houses, mountain landscape, surf through a range of dreamlike colors. Silent Hill will move you and fill your heart with peace. We're more than certain your time here will be pleasant and leave you with memories that will stay with you. Yeah, forever, forever. And you got a hat there. Forever. Okay. More like Nightmares Forever for our protagonist here. For anyone who might find this so disturbing, he's like, I can't take this anymore. Okay. Huh. Well, I haven't seen you in a while, Angela. Huh.
Hey,
I'm gonna let this
Are
play
you-
out.
are you feeling better?
This place is different from what I remember. I guess things never really stay the same, do they?
I guess not.
I don't think she's here anymore, James.
Who?
My mama? She doesn't want to see me anymore.
Why would you think that? Anyway, I'm happy to see you.
Happy to see me?
Alive, I mean.
Oh. Yeah. I better get going.
You still don't want me to go with you? If we stick together, we might just make it out of here.
Out of where?
This town. Silent Hill.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Oh, you didn't happen to see a little girl around here, did you?
A little girl?
Yeah, Angela? Are you all right? Angela?
No. Please. You shouldn't be here.
Angela, it's okay.
No, don't touch me!
Oh, there are plenty of implications to that scene there. Plenty of implications. I mean, I think also the way James kind of communicated. I mean, me, if I was in his shoes and I met her, I mean, I would have first had to really find out. Like, she seems like she's calm and everything. So I don't know if she's noticed anything strange happening. So I would have approached and I would have been like, "Oh, hey, Angela," and then just hear that. But I would have been like, "If you noticed anything strange about this town, or like just to try to see if she noticed anything, because I would carefully tread that so that way I would know like where her mind is, because I don't know if she noticed what I saw or don't. You know what I mean? This could be in his head. That's the psychological part about it. So she may not have noticed a thing. So, I would have to check up on that. Because it's like, am my mind trying to clicks on me? Is this all in my head? Like, what am I doing? What's happening? So I would definitely check and do a double check. Have someone else like say, okay, have you noticed anything? You notice, like, what have you noticed about this town? You've been around here. I know I'm still here, but you notice. And then if I wanted to bring up about the little girl, right? I'd be like, okay, well, are you okay by yourself? I mean, I've been wandering this town and I've been seeing some strange things here and there, strange happenings, and I mean, if you haven't noticed anything, okay, but I feel like I need to get out of here. Are you okay by yourself here and everything? Just to see where her state of mind is. I'd have to be careful with my questions. Because I don't know her. I don't know what she's been through. But the way she's acting, especially earlier with the knife, that would already give me red flags. Okay, I wonder if she's disturbed by some things. So, I would be on the careful side of my questioning, so I don't try to disturb any further. And then, if I brought up the little girl, then what I would have done, if I brought up the little girl, man, what I would have done is I would have tried it like this. Hey, I've been wandering town and I keep seeing, I don't know, there's like, I've seen another person in this one place, and then I seen a little girl running around. I don't know if you know this little girl or something, but she's been running around, and I don't know if she's okay. You mind help find this little girl, make sure she's okay. Like, I would try to set it to where there could be like a teamwork thing going if she's not that disturbed. Because I don't want to be trying to, because it's like, I don't know this little girl. She's running around, and I haven't seen any, I don't know if there's any other adults around, and I was wondering if you come with me, try to help find this little girl, maybe help find her parents, like something. Because, I mean, this little girl's running around, and it's like, I don't want to try to find this little girl without, like, knowing where her parents are or anything like that. If I was to presume, like, there's this girl here, but where's her parents? That's my instinct. Because, hey, if I find a child out somewhere, I'm like, well, where's your mom? Where's your father, man? Like, what you doing out here? You know what I'm saying? That's my common sense talking, bro. I'd be like, I'm like, oh, girl, what you doing out here? Where's your parents? And then, I'd be calling. I mean, in this abandoned place, I wouldn't even be able to call the cops. But, like, because we're very far away, and I don't know where we're, like, well, okay, how am I going to get the cops over here? But, like, when it comes to being in town, it's like, okay, let me call it. It'd be like, I probably enlist someone else, like, hey. And it's like, there's a woman nearby, some women in the family, but it's like, yo, there's this child here, man. Right. And that's the first thing I would have done before I even got here. But if I was in his state where I was already inside the place, I already made this far, and now I'm here and I can't find a way out other than just have to keep treading forward, in that situation, then I would have to deal with this whole convo the way I'm talking about. But because because I'm in this position, this is what I have to deal with. But yeah, long before I even came here, I would have been out. My patient, so long, I know we would have been out long before even meeting her, but unfortunately, because we're already deep in, it's too late. So in that context, you have to still try to find a way out. Unfortunately. But yeah, if it was earlier where we didn't get this far, we would have been like, you know what? I'm out of here. Goodbye. I know, right? I mean, the place is so old, decrepit, and foggy. I'm like, what am I doing visiting an empty-looking place like this? And I know my wife died, so like, what am I even doing here? Exactly. Knowing me, I wouldn't even come here. I got a letter. I'm like, this is a prank. I'm not doing this. Like, no. Because I was there at the funeral. So. It says, my patient buried it here. I knew, but did nothing. It made me uneasy to have such a thing near. I wasn't looking for the truth. I was looking for tranquility. knew I did nothing. Interesting. I also saw that thing. I fled, but the old society was sealed. No one dares to approach that place. Oh, now I offer you the key. If you still do not wish to stop, James, I pray to the Lord to have mercy on your eternal soul. The Silent Hill Society building. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. The Silent Hill Society building. Yeah, Historical Society. Yeah, that's gonna be. Oh boy, that's gonna be loads of fun. I don't think Angela buried it there, but I think, yeah. I think the Silent Hill Historical Society, I think that's the final location. Just trying to remember everything, yeah. But yeah, we would have been like, yeah, I know you and me, bro. If I'm not saying my wife will, I'm not going to say my wife would do anything, but like if I was in his position and I found out that and I know I was at the funeral and everything. I know that she died, buried, everything. Right? I'm talking about me, not James. And then I get a letter claiming to be her. I would in some place that I know I'm not familiar with. I wouldn't even go there. I'd be showing my family, be like, who the heck wrote this? I'm like, I'm not going there. Because she long passed. I'm not going there. It's like, are you kidding me? There is something to the other ending, to the endings with James that reveal a lot of things. So as I progress through, there's parts of the story that will be revealed where it's kind of, some of it I'm trying to remember, but it just kind of shows some things about James that when I saw it, I was just like, ah. I remember that almost scared me now. Huh. You will she. I don't think we can even go this way. Yep, so time to go to that Silent Hill Historical Society building. Well, that's where I'm going to probably stop a bit. Maybe. Let's see. Ooh, music. Yeah, I remember I smashed a lot of these windows. Yeah, the epidemic. Yeah, I remember all this stuff. Yeah, because it's pretty much the same area. Yeah, the music now is just making it all eerie. Yeah, I remember we went in here. Yeah, this was that place where we, there it is right there. Yeah, just making 2 saves. Okay. Oh, we would have noped the heck out of here, man. Would have even stepped a single foot here. I wouldn't even go somewhere I find out, like, oh, like you say, I was like, no. Like, he passed away. Like, what are you talking about? If I was him. Yeah, I already went down this whole area earlier, so. Yeah, so I don't need to explore like the other spots. I can tell they changed something. They removed. There was a scene where, in the Bolorama location, they had this one funny scene where, like, it's like you rendezvous, like you meet the boy and the girl. You don't meet them in the theater place. You meet them literally in the Bolorama. You meet the boy and the girl there. I think Angela was there too. And I remember the whole thing meme behind that was, or funny thing was when the heavyset kid would eat pizza, Hawaiian pizza. And I remember James would comment and say, well, who eats Hawaiian pizza at a place like this? Like, who eats pizza at a place like this? It was Hawaiian pineapple pizza. This was like one of the funny moments in Silent Hill 2. But it looks like they removed it, unfortunately. Look, I missed a car here. Okay. Yeah, it's very dark and foggy. Now those beasts and monsters are around. They're pretty much making the way for me to get here. Yeah, I've seen the end over there before. This is the place. Here we are. So trying to decide if I want to continue. The new clock. Little Baroness, the maiden voyage of 1916. The Lady of the Light. The unveiling of one of two statues commemorating a local folktale. Lady of the Light. There it is. Misty Day. Remains of the Judgment. Yeah, Pyramid Head in a way is like an exactment of judgment. But more so, you could say like a judgment on James in a way. So to speak. Or some kind of revenge. Miss Jinx, what are you doing? Established around 1850, it remained operational until the early 1900s. The mine played a key role in the revitalization of Silent Hill. Yeah, if only James didn't come here. But he decided to because from his mind could not let go. Title known, author unknown. There's a little guy's blank. Waterfront landscape, Alan Smith, date of birth and death unknown. A depiction of the local area. The style indicates it was done sometime around the 1820s. when the region was far less populated with sparse infrastructure. And you notice it's empty. Kind of indicated like a barren land, like a barren place. Dried up, kind of. It's like it's kind of implied communication there with that. Here it is, Brookhaven Hospital, 1880. The hospital was built in response to a great plague that followed a wave of immigration to the area. Originally, it was little more than a shack, but has since expanded into a full-fledged medical establishment. So it started small and it grew big. Name scratched over, illegible. Former director of Brookhaven Hospital. Interesting. I think his name was mentioned in, like, the files, I think. Ooh, yeah. That's something we're going to encounter. I remember that. The hole. I think we end up jumping down there, I think. Some of the Historical Society founders. Ooh, good reading. Here we go. Among the local legends is that of the Lady of the Light. The story tells of a woman who was accused and found guilty of witchcraft. As punishment, she was taken to a small island out on the lake, a minuscule stretch of rocky soil, devoid of any food or shelter. There she was to suffer a slow, excruciating death as her body succumbed to cold and hunger. However, unbeknownst to the rest of the townsfolk, there was a young man among them who, having gazed into the woman's eyes, as bright and beautiful as a midsummer's moon, had vowed undying love for her. When she was convicted, wrongly as he believed, he swore that he would not let her suffer such cruel fate. While waiting for an opportunity to abscond with his beloved every night, he would sneak out and row across the lake, bringing her food and something to keep her warm. Ah, yes. I think there was that familiar story earlier. And every night the woman would stand there on the shore, holding a lit candle to help him find his way. But then one night, when the sky was exceptionally clear, devoid of a wisp of cloud, the young man set out on his nightly escapade. As always, he would look out into the distance, looking for the light in the darkness that would lead him to his beloved. On that night, however, the moon shone so bright and so vibrant, stronger than any candle would. Seeing the light's reflection in the water, the young man was led astray. He was led astray by the moonlight. He rowed and rowed and rowed, following the reflected light, hoping against hope he could reach it. He did not care for his aching arms or the shortness of his breath, utterly mesmerized by the illusory light. When his boat tipped over, the man was so exhausted from rowing, so weakened were his arms, that he was not able to swim to shore. Thus he succumbed to a watery grave. Although left alone, the woman on the island never lost hope. She kept coming out at night and kept lighting the candle. The legend says that those looking for true love can still see the lady's light out on the lake, shining to bring her beloved home. While the story is clearly meant as a metaphor and a cautionary tale, it is to a certain extent rooted in reality, as the area has indeed seen its share of religious persecution, such as that of, and it's blink. Here we go. I already hear the sounds. It's almost like descending a stairway to hell in a way. Kind of metaphorically speaking. Yeah, the music's getting closer and louder. Repetitive. Still going. I think I'm supposed to turn back around and go back up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you see that? Very long stairs. Into the abyss. That's the trophy. September 11, 1820. Prisoner number C221. Ooh. Already getting some guilty implications here. Oh, do I want to stop here? Let's see. Because I'll just load up from where I and then go back down the stairs again, which I don't mind. If I can, unless I find a save point. Oh, see, look at that. Look at that. See that? There's the hole. And yes, you literally have to jump down that hole. He's like, you sure? He's like, yep. You check in, it's like, all right. Deep breath. Jump! Looks like, oh, there's multiples. Ah. So only one of them leads out. Hey, what you doing, huh? What are you chewing on that? What are you doing, huh? Spiral writing key. I don't care. I'm swinging in the darkness, bro. Get out of there. Whew, that was close. Yeah, before I go down there, let me check this out. Just double checking. This is gonna be really something. Grits with lard, boiled meatloaf, beans, bread, and coffee. Interesting. I don't know if that's Mayan or something. Like a Mayan tablet or something. Oh, wait, is this where I think that I'm at? You see like a body there, you see blood.
Ain't no big deal.
Oh boy. I know where
Just
I'm at.
put the gun to their head and
Oh boy. And he's doing exactly what he did in the original.
oh, hi James.
What happened here? Who was that?
I don't know. It just came at me.
Okay. So he attacked you. And you shot him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He made me do it.
Okay, calm down, Eddie. Any idea why he would do that?
I don't know. He came out of nowhere. Tried sneaking up on me in the dark. I heard footsteps, so I turned back and he was right there.
And you could tell that he wanted to hurt you.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way he looked at me, I just had to do it.
He looked at you? I thought you said he came at you.
Yeah, notice that?
Hey, I could see it in his eyes.
His eyes.
He kept looking at me, making fun of me.
Yeah,
I
you can
told
tell
him not
something's
to,
wrong
but
here.
he didn't listen.
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
Oh boy. Here we go.
You should see your face, James. I was just joking. The guy was dead when I got here. I got you, didn't I? Well, anyway, I better get going.
Wait. You're gonna go out there alone?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's he did that in the original. There's one that expression. It's one of the most disturbing expressions because, well, there's a lot to there's a lot to his behavior that eventually will lead to some gunfight later, gun-toting stuff later on. Looks like we're in a cafeteria. Maybe this might be a prison. Is there a save point in here? It looks like it. Yay! We're gonna stop at the save point. It's the rifle! I mean, you have a shotgun, but then that's, I think that's, yeah, that's a rifle. Let me read this real quick. Yeah, we're in the prison. They still haven't found him. Since he had the cabinet key, we should assume one of the prisoners got his hands on it. Get the spare from the witness checkpoint and secure the rifle before it falls into the wrong hands. Woo, the rifle. I almost forgot this was in the game. The rifle. Here we are. The Toluca prison. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So here we are. We're in the first floor main section. Then there's the serpent section, where there's a question mark. It's probably involving what they said about the keys, probably for the rifle. There's the, looks like a bull or ram or whatnot in the lower left corner. So this is second floor. Oh, the showers. Woo! Then you got the boar section. That's second floor, right? Yeah, that's first floor. My goodness. And you got the third floor where the warden's office is. And you got the prison basement. This is the but here it's very implicated, very ironic that it's a prison. That were, I mean, you have the Science Historical Society, and you go down, and then now you're in the prison. The prison, oh my gosh. Big place that I had to go through. Hey, bro. I gotta go through a prison. And what better place to go through a prison is in a horror game. Because you know what prisons, prisons kind of, there's a few meanings of words I could say a prison can get me to think of. Sin. Death, obviously. Turmoil. Rage. I mean, I could have different terms to just think about when you think of, but if I think of like a prison applied in a horror game, grim is the word to describe. I would say I would apply the word grim to it, because knowing prisons, yeah, a lot of things be happening when it comes to prisons. But it's always filled with people who have done terrible things, some people who have done petty things, some who have done the most egregious, disgusting, most awful things. Some so egregious, so terrible that even prisoners keep their distance from those particular characters in prison. Like, hey, don't go near that cell, man. That person has taken many heads. Like, yeah, so I describe it as very grim if it's a prison that's being applied in a horror game. Grim and very I'm trying to think of a really good word to describe. Hold on. Did I just hear a scream? Did I just hear a somewhat of a scream? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Now this is the definition of. This is the very definition of I'm out of here. Nope. Hot sale. Now this is the very definition of nope. Get out of it. Nope. Don't even. Nope. Absolutely not. This is a complete 100% definition of nope. Oh, here we go. here's some good words. Abominable. There we go. I would describe it as cruel, grim, and abominable when it comes to a prison in a horror game. Because you know damn well, and I know what the developers were doing I know what the creators were doing when they added those little screams. While I'm here, like I can hear it. Like this is not a place you should be at. I've seen like oh, there's the rifle rounds. I've seen I remember I used to watch like, you know, those Ghost Ventures TV shows and all that stuff. And I remember there were ones where, or there was one about hauntings or something, and then they visited like a prison, empty, like a disbanded prison. I'm trying to remember what was that famous prison I think they went to, but there was people they went to it at night exploring, and oh, there's something there. They came across, like they said, how it was dark, it was nighttime in there. They were have their equipment, trying to, you know, try to see if they can tap distant spirits there or something. And oh my god, there was one word description. Now I don't know if this was real, but they talked about how, like, you know, there was sound, they were trying to communicate, and then they looked up and they saw what looked to be eyes staring at them, and a voice saying "Get out," and they fled. Look, even if that wasn't real, I wouldn't even want to go there. I wouldn't want to experience something like that. Come on, bro. Yeah. I'm switching to intermission right now. Okay. Be like, so what have we learned today? No, just kidding. Ain't gonna be learned. So the Historical Society of Silent Hill leads to the prison, which is the, if I recall, the very officially final place. And this is the representation of guilt, or it's like a guilt tripping scenario here, and it's almost like he's the prisoner here, and he's maneuvering, escaping, working through this prison, and yeah, but more and more gets revealed in the story as I progress through this prison. But yeah, this is the big place that so many things are going to happen here. Especially with the other characters. I mean, we just saw Eddie with the gun. That was just a glimpse of something that will happen later where, yeah, I'm going to have to confront him. Oh, boy, I'm going to have to confront the guy. Yeah, because the guy, something wrong with the guy, and yeah. Eddie's just some kind of disturbed in a way. But I think it's got to do with his upbringing. Something happened with him as well. But we'll get to see more of what happens with the characters, especially Angela, as I progress. Because there will be things that will happen. And yeah, the fact that this is all with this prison, I mean, you can kind of get a glimpse of some things. All right. Yeah, what's up, bro? Okay. So, yeah. That was fun. Now I'm in the very, very large location. That one is also going to be fun. Going through this whole prison is going to be fun. Oh, boy. I feel like I'm going to probably be on edge a lot with that one. Oh, the prison. It's like, to be out of prison. I mean, the later Silent Hill game with the guy who's in the prison jumpsuit, who ends up in Silent Hill. You, of course, end up going through back into like a so-called prison area that's supposed to resemble, that's like the nightmarish version of a prison. You do end up going through stuff like that in that game. But like this one, oh my gosh. I feel like this one was worse. But it kind of implies that James is guilty of something. We'll find out as we progress. But yeah. I know it, but nobody else knows it, so I'm not going to say it. Yeah. But if nobody else knows, yeah, I'm not going to say it. But yeah, it definitely is on that crazy, insane track. Crazy. Yeah, this is the definition of nope. Period. You ain't gonna find me visiting an abandoned prison place, or I won't even be. No, this is a very, very, very definition of nope. All right. Take care, everyone. Hit that like button if you enjoy the stream. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. I'm gonna call it a day. 'Cause it's daytime for me. I don't know if it's night for you or anything, but yeah. You all stay safe, stay well. God bless. Have a good one. Peace out, folks. Take care. I'm gonna go ahead and see you, Haseo. Thanks for stopping by, checking out as always. All right. Peace, y'all.